And we're back with the wonderful world of Denizens, episode. However many is this? Was it 13?
13.
13. Unlucky for some.
Oh.
Speaking of unlucky, how about we have everyone roll for fortune points? Jabir, would you like to start us off? Get a D6 going.
Yep.
Let's get the pool together.
Oh my
Really?
God, Jabir, come on. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Perked up.
I
This way.
did say it could be unlucky. So that one becomes a Gandalf. Starts off with me. Okay then. Yes, Master Dickens. Would you like to roll a d6 for us and see a 5? Oh, that was so close. Could have had that. But it's yours. So close. And a shag of the box.
Yeah.
Roll a 6-sided. Yeah, that's yours. I'll drag that on. There we go. 2 for you. And rag of the ruts.
Nice.
4. That's yours. Nice. Utorigna.
Oh my God.
It's like
What are we
prophetic.
It's
doing?
contagious,
It's
Jabir.
prophetic.
Jabir.
Let's blame the troll. And 1 for me. A 3.
Hey.
That goes to you, so that balances it up. Oh, I do believe that's the most Gandalfs I've started off with for a long while.
2.
Lovely. Okay. So we find ourselves returned once more to the murky swamp. It is, by the time you arrive, starting to get dark. You've had to take a longer route there. You took the short route last time. Although it was very dangerous. But you've taken the circuitous route, guided by Jabir. And so it is already starting to get a little dark by the time you arrive. And you see the familiar sort of stumps and the fetid pools. There's a rather malodorous mist drifting through the air. The stars are already starting to peek out in the sky. And all is pretty much as you left it. You just hear the occasional splash of water, glance and see a movement in the reeds, perhaps of a toad or a frog, judging from the noises. As you arrive, what would you all like to do?
We're meant to be going to see that tentacled thing, aren't we?
Yes.
I just start calling him Tim! 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 if he's about. Come on, Tim! Brother's got some stuff to make you better. Sorry for hitting you.
So you're taking
If he turns up.
you're taking the Alan Partridge approach to finding people, which is repeatedly
Alan
shouting the
approach,
name.
yeah.
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 Worked last time. We found Alan.
Indeed. Yeah.
We did.
I
Poor
would
old Alan.
Alan the Ammo, I call him now. Would you all like to make some kind of perception test? So you could use primarily eavesdrop and synergize with awareness, or you could use scrutinize, whatever however you wish to do it. Let me know what you're trying to do.
I'm going to do scrutinize and synergize with awareness. Or eavesdrop. Synergize with eavesdrop. Is it standard?
Yes, because I don't think the terrain really affects this terribly.
Hell yeah.
Right, I'll do the same.
So mainly scrutinise with a bit of awareness, okay?
Could I do survival and awareness?
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
I would do the other way round. It's primarily a perception test, but you could be... It's probably a, you know, but if you're using survival, then I would take it that you're kind of bearing in mind the environment and where potential threats might sit in the environment. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah, looking for
Yeah.
anywhere that he could be laying an ambush.
Yeah. Oh well, if you want to do it like that, yeah, then sure, yeah. Do you can do survival and synergize awareness. So really, you're trying to look out for potential danger spots where you could be ambushed. Yeah. No idea, not a clue. Well, it's perfectly safe. It's just a swamp. What are you going on about? Shagbuck. On the other hand, this place is just rife with ambush opportunities.
I'll do eavesdrop and scrutinise.
So really listening carefully, primarily, but also trying to locate where the sound is coming from and what the sound is. Yeah. Great.
Oh, is it standard?
It was standard, yeah. Okay. So, in that case, Jabir, you're not really getting a sense that anywhere in this environment is really potentially threatening. I mean, you look at the pools of water and the swamps, but to you, in your size, they're just puddles, really. Whereas Shagbok, you're getting the sense that in terms of thinking about where threats, where ambushes might be, I mean, you're thinking that with that success, that, you know, this large body of water here was deep enough for the watcher, the creature, to completely submerge itself, so it's a prime candidate. You'd also think that maybe then this large body of water might be similar. Not quite sure if it's as deep, but it stands to reason. Those are the two main threats from a survival point of view, as you see it.
Yeah. I'll point this out to my brother. I think that body of water there, I think sure that's where we saw him before. It should be there, but there is also the other place. I think it might be there as well. That bit there, just in front of us. Point it out.
Alright, cool.
For us, isn't he, to turn up? Why would he hide from us?
Well, before that, do the rest of us see anything different with our other roles?
You do indeed.
Otherwise, I'm going to just walk up to the edge. Okay.
Well, I'll just fill you in on, because you're using different kinds of tests, so different kind of results. So, with the successful scrutinise, Utarigna and Ragrut, and were you synergizing? I think you were synergizing. Was it awareness?
I was synergizing awareness.
Yeah, and were you synergizing the same?
I think I said eavesdrop.
Okay.
I think I said eavesdrop.
Right. So you're looking out, but you're looking out also, Utarigna, with a mind to where any sounds are coming from.
Yeah.
Alright. And whereas Ragrut, you're looking out for things, and awareness is a sense of danger, so you're looking for threats. You see slightly different things, I think. But then, for you, Utarigna, you note that down around here, this stretch of water, you notice there's quite a lot of the sounds of those toads and frogs I mentioned, and that, you know, they're within these reeds, and all these reeds are sort of like moving, like they're all systematically hopping in this direction.
Right, okay.
Now, that may not be significant, or it might mean that there's something threatening close to them. Difficult to know. And then, Ragrut, you were really paying attention to any dangers. I mean, aside from the Uruks you keep company, who are always a danger. I'd say that you definitely think this large body of water is threatening and sort of like dangerous. You know, there's the most noise coming from it. You see also that there are quite a lot of ripples, undulations, you know, sort of in the body of the water. You can't see what's making it, but maybe it suggests there's something deeper underneath.
He's in there. He's in there, I think.
Okay. I would like go closer and just start bellowing, Tim! Tim! Are you there? See if he comes out. If it is Tim.
And you made a scrutinize with an eavesdrop successfully.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hear a sort of underwater burbling noise. You know, like the sound of a kraken responding but underwater. But it's coming from over here.
Oh, hang on. Where? Oh, way over there.
Yeah, well over there. And it's just sort of drifting, you know, whatever the sound of a kraken underwater is. That's what you're hearing.
It? I'm sure that's the exact noise that you made.
You know, but it's you know, and it's sort of like resonating and floating through the misty air as sort of like scuds of this sort of like misty fog or sort of skidding sort of like past you.
Else in there then? I'm not going near that bit.
Oh, Tim's over there. We have to just go get Tim. Come on, you lot. Jabir, bring those jars. I'll start walking around if everyone's like. I'll make sure everyone's coming with.
Could you
I'll start heading around. Yeah.
Okay, Utarigna, could you please move yourself back just a tad and make an awareness test for me? As you start skirting around. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, about there's fine.
Awareness.
Yeah.
And I'll
Is it standard?
synergize my. Yeah, I'll synergize my scrutinize because I'll be watching out. Ooh, only just.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right. So, you know, as you are, you know, as Ragra is scampering around, and as the others start trundling along, you know, and as you get wind of where you think Timor is, on the far side of the swamp, you sort of like step away from where you were and start coming around at Rigna, and then suddenly you hear the sound of a creature below the water, just where I'm pinging here. If that makes sense. Hang on, just here. Yeah, I just.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Just about here, and you look over and you see some of the reeds sort of like shifting and bending. There's something under the surface of the water. It's hard to make out. Moving, and you hear, this whatever the sound of a hippo is when it's underwater and it sort of like blasts air out of its nostrils. You get that kind of a sound.
Okay.
Well, that sound, yeah.
Yeah,
I hear that all the time. That.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
exactly the sound you mean.
Yep. That's it. Yeah.
Right. Be careful. There's a hippo in there.
Roll initiative, please. But we don't have a surprise round.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Okay. Do you want a turn order? We'll start rolling.
Yes, I'm just putting it up. There you go. I'll put you all on.
Oh, it feels like ages since we've had initiative. Where's the thing? On the combat page. It is. Boop. Shit.
Ooh. I got a good one this time. I'm on there twice, Steve.
That's probably because I was adding turn just as you were doing it, so it duplicated you.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
me too.
I'll just delete the other ones.
Okay.
I'm going to spend one of my own fortune points to re-roll it.
Yeah.
Try and get a better one than that. Get one. Right, let me roll it again. Now, is it right if you re-roll it, you have to take the second roll, usually?
Well, in rules as written.
Oh,
using-
it's fucking same anyway. Never mind. Never mind.
Rules
Brilliant.
rules as written, fortune points, when you spend them you should accept the second one. But I kind of ignore that so that we have the fun of spamming it.
I'll do,
so
it's
it
alright, I'll
doesn't
do it
apply.
this time.
Yeah, so you can spend as much of fortune as you want.
Dare
Yeah,
I
just-
spend another one? I'll
can
probably
just-
roll worse next time.
Just choose the second one.
Yeah, alright. I'll stick with the second one instead of the first one. You know.
Okay.
Mine come up. It's 16.
Did you click your
No, I
token before
Let's
you
see
rolled
what's
the
on there.
initiative?
Ah, no.
There, that'll be why. If you click your character token, then hit the initiative. But just do that again. But if you get less than 16, but I'll manually adjust it.
Okay, I've got to go back in.
Nice. So you on there? Didn't do too shabby both times, really. Right. Put you on, and then descending. Okay. So I think those of you with sort of successful perception rolls, so that's everybody but what? Jabir and Charles would be aware that there is some very significant movement going on from down over here where Utarigna believed they heard the underwater call of the Kraken, Tim. And it, to those who hear it, it sort of like sounds like an awful lot of splashing of water, like this massive creature is jumping up pre-release time and then splashing back down again. And then next up it's Charles Dickens. This is the penalty for rolling well on your initiative. I mean, I guess Utarigna, you would be warning people of what you've come across. You know, talking as a free action out of
Yeah,
turn,
I've
so-
shouted.
Yeah.
I've shouted about the hippo.
Yeah, so
Get
you know,
your-
somewhere around here, Utarigna claims that there's some kind of creature.
Get your arm up, Charles.
Yeah.
Right?
Making armour like fines at you.
So I roll my Aegeus.
Oh, yeah. Not a bad idea. Yeah, so, are you want to roll it straight, or do you want to put some extra AP in to give yourself a better chance? You get plus 10 for every AP you put in. It costs 1 to cast it normally. But if you-
I think I'll just go for it.
fair enough.
It
So,
costs me, doesn't it? It costs me something, doesn't it? That AP thing.
Action points.
yeah, as well as costing you action points, it does put your peril track down 1.
Yeah. No, I'll go for it.
Go
So-
for it then. Yeah.
Do I just press Aegeus?
Yeah, see what happens. I can't remember if that casts the spell or just tells us what it does.
And it comes up and it says difficulty rating.
Brilliant. So this is a
Submit.
petty spell, so make it easy. Not standard, the one that's easier than standard.
Easy.
That's easy. There you go. Sometimes I even remember.
Submit.
Please do.
Other modifier 0.
Yep, no other modifiers.
Ah.
There, you see, I did try and tell you. I feel smug.
Ah, it failed.
You did fail. Fortunately, it's not a crit fail. So, you know, you try and draw forth, you know, through to the realms of the unseen, where the powers of chaos and magic sort of like lie, and channel that sort of like energy. But you're finding it hard to sort of like bind. Yeah, when
Is there a fortune point of it again?
you could fortune point it and try a reroll, or you can accept the consequences of failure.
Should I have a reroll?
Yeah, do you want to use
Yeah.
your... You have to use a pool point, because I don't think you've got personal points, have you?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't.
Right.
He should have some personal points for making comments on the YouTube.
Oh, did you not take them, or did you spend them as RP? I wasn't clear, because I can't see it.
Oh,
on
he
the
took
tab.
RP, didn't you? My bad.
Yeah.
RP, I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Then if you want to spend a personal... a pool fortune point, you can do that. I'll flip it for you if you like.
Yeah, I might as well do one. I don't think I've spent one before.
I'll flip it for you. There you go. So that's flipped to me. Now you can re-roll, and this time you could, if you wanted, spend another AP and get an extra plus 10.
No.
So you can either make it easy and then put a plus 10 modifier in at the end, or you can put it whatever is above easy. A doddle. Whatever. What is it above easy?
Is there anything above easy?
So I put 10 in the other modifier.
Yeah,
Is that
put
right?
10 in the other modifier, yeah. I don't know, I can't think.
Might as well.
Yay!
Nice.
Nice. This does mean you have to go down 1 rank of peril,
Yeah.
which you find in the combat bit. But then the effects of Aegis start to take effect, sort of drawing up from loose leaf matter and start to sort of like whirl about you as a protective buffeting of wind takes effect. Yeah, so if you move yourself from unhindered on the peril condition track, the drop down menu,
It's in combat, yeah.
it's in the combat section, yeah, so
yeah,
where it says,
unhindered.
yeah, move it down to imperiled.
Imperiled.
Yeah. So just mildly stressed from the effects of channeling so much chaotic energy through your body. It's going to have some effect. Now, Aegis. The effects of that are believed to improve your damage. You can add 3 to your damage threshold. So you can put that in the mod. You're already on the combat page. And you will not bleed.
No bleeding from it.
No bleeding, yeah. So you see under damage threshold, there's a little box that says mod with a 0 in it.
Yeah.
Put 3 in there. Makes you a bit tougher, harder to hit.
Nice.
Found it?
Done.
Done. Excellent. Okay. Perfect. Now I think, because this is your turn and you are a snagger, I believe that means that you can roll Battle Frenzy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm just popping it in the chat to remind us. Yes, you want to roll a d6. If you roll 1, 2 or 3, it means you've recently ingested some red cap mushrooms and you get the benefits of those doses. So roll a d6 and let's see. Are you an itinerant tour of mushrooms? You have 3. Okay. Oh, this is random. Did anyone write down what the effects of red cap mushrooms are, so that I don't have to look it up every time we do this? I'm looking at Ragnarok particularly.
I'm looking. I've got such a long list. It's
Oh, what's going on with my screen?
tongue. Massive. Where's it gone?
Well, it's 1 damage threshold for 3 hours if you've had 1 dose.
Nice.
It's 2 for 2 hours if it's
6 hours.
2 doses.
And
Plus
plus
3 for 3 hours if it's 9 hours.
Thank you very much. You beat us to it. So,
Jesus.
in that case, Charles, if we go back into your combat section, you're already there. You've already put 3 in your mod from the Aegis. Now you can put another 3 in, so you've got 6.
Bloody hell. It's going to be like invincible. Throw you in there, Charles. You can find it.
So you're hopped up on the red cap mushrooms, the protective power and the adrenaline surge, and you've got the wisping sort of like winds around you. So you've got a mod of 6 going on in there. Yeah, someone's going to have to hit you very hard to hurt you at this point. Now,
Feeling buff.
feeling buff. Yes. So that's 2 action points spent. You've got another one to hand. You can keep it for a reaction, or you can use it to do a move action or any other action you like that costs 1 AP. What would you like to do?
I think I'll stay where I am. I'll leave one
Yeah, absolutely.
to react in case.
Yeah. Nice one. Now, Ragrut, your turn. You need to do Battle Frenzy as well, right?
Yeah, I'll do that first.
Go for it.
It's not there.
No. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it
Okay. So, just a 1. Looks like. Yep. Just a 1. So you get +1 to your damage threshold in the combat section of your character sheet.
I just put that in mod.
In the mod box, yeah.
Okay.
Now, 3 APs are yours. What are you going to do with them?
Well, I've actually got an extra AP with one of my skills for dodging or parrying.
Just for that? Yeah.
Every round.
That's really nice.
Now, can I see anything coming out of the water?
All you would be able to see at this point is that sort of around here where the reeds are. They in some places, because they go all the way down into the water, these reeds, they are sort of shifting and bending in a way that's more than just the wind. But you can't see anything as of yet emerging.
And these tree stumps here and these crates, how high are they?
Oh, the tree stumps sort of like maybe a foot, 2 foot. The crates about the same. You know.
So I'm gonna come and stand on that tree stump so I can get a better view.
Yeah. So you hustle over for 1 AP. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna wait there because there's not much else I can do. I'm not throwing myself in the water, that's for sure.
Oh, okay. So you hold the rest of your APs in case you need them for reactions. Stay there. Okay.
So if I've now got 2 normal ones and 1 parry or dodge one left, the 2 normal ones, can I only use them to react, or can I use them to attack?
Well, look, now it's on your turn. You can still use them.
But not later.
But not later, no. You can do wait, but you have to keep all your APs to be able to do that.
Right, okay, no, that's fine.
That's all right.
Just check.
No, just checking. Checking is fine. Okay, so... Right, something is happening somewhere. Describes that so eloquently. It's just like you were there in Tolkien's world. I'm rolling something for somebody. I would like everybody to roll awareness, please, as standard. Thank you.
We synergize?
You may synergize.
Scrutinize.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm looking at
Energize.
stuff. Nice.
Scrutinise. Nice to call that success.
Right, what have you got here? This is the opposite of the other game where everything was just red all the time. There's a
Crit
crit!
success.
Hey,
Wow.
go on, Charles. Well
Nice,
done.
Charles.
Charles, not only do you know where it is, but you actually know its name and it's friends of your cousin. Where did my roll
I
go?
know.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, I'll have to do that again. Do that again. Oh, great. So everybody who's successful, which is everybody, here's this creature attempting to sneak up on you all because it balked it, and I want to save my fortune tokens for other things.
That's worrying.
Yeah.
But yes, so there is attempting to be dastardly and stealthy. This thing, it is sort of large piece of large vegetation, like but shaped in roughly humanoid form, a sort of hellish swamp-like creature. And you know, it's just sort of like dripping in bits of old reed, and you know, sort of, and is formed of grotesque, rotting, water-based plant life, and it's going under the bridge. It is large. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Check its movement. Oh, it's got one more. It sort of hustles over to here all the time, attempting to be stealthy but failing. As it gets closer, you start to get a whiff of it. It smells something foul, fouler even than the soap that Ragra uses once a year.
Soap? What's that?
Well, you call it that, but everybody else calls it that disgusting muck that you rub on yourself. I would need everybody to make a mental resistance to peril, as the very presence of this creature is sanity blasting.
How do I do that?
What against that?
So it's not toughness, it's the other one. Resolve, thank you. It's the other one I can never remember the name of.
Not because of the smell, is it? By any chance?
Not really, but it's not helping. It's really just the appearance of this bloody weird creature. It just sort of provokes.
Just because my smell's shit, I could have.
Yeah, afraid not. But that will make you immune to another effect it has, so we'll see that later on.
Can we
synergize?
You can synergize, yeah.
Toughness.
And
where is resolve?
it is in
Willpower.
it's a willpower skill, yeah.
Yeah, that would be toughness.
I'll synergize with toughness.
Yeah.
And standards, was it?
Yes, should be standard, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
So everyone is succeeding with the exception of Jabir, which is ironic because, you know,
Nice.
you're a terrifying creature yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it look freaked out at seeing Jabir as well?
Well, we haven't
Not
done.
yet.
We
Still
haven't,
might go.
we haven't done that yet, but yeah, it will do as soon as it perceives the Jabir. If it is capable as a shambolic plant monster. Ooh, does that mean it's a chloroform?
Chlorophynt. Yeah. Chlorophynt.
Well, I went with chloroform actually, but yes, yeah, it is a chloroform as well, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, Jabir, do you want to keep that result?
You know, I'm going to use one of my own and
Nice.
re-roll it.
Fair dues. Yep. Spend your personal point.
Let's see if I can actually fucking do this. Come on. No, I can't.
Oh, so close.
Okay. So you're going to take 2d10 plus 2 mental peril. Ah, look at that. 5. That doesn't. That's not going to get past your threshold, is it? I don't think.
Alright, well, it's being slow. 2 seconds.
It's alright. I can't believe
mental
it.
peril, no.
Your peril threshold's got to be greater than 5, right?
Yeah.
Nevertheless, there's that. Okay, so it's weighted over there. It's blasted with sanity. It does that for free.
It's not from the creature from the eternal stench, is it?
That might be an appropriate description of it. I don't think you've ever encountered one of these things. So it's sort of like it's sort of like rising up with all this, you know, just bog water dripping off it, and stands there just sort of exuding menace, and then it's not doing anything further. It's not doing anything aggressive right now, but it seems to be very intently sort of scrutinizing ahead of it here. You know, and it's sort of reaching out these huge bushy claws, for want of a better word, because it is made of vegetation, and then it's just sort of like hunkered in the water. Doesn't actually seem to be paying much attention to you lot, but is paying close attention to whatever is in the water in front of it. Nevertheless, it's pretty terrifying. Jabir, what would you like to do Oh, now it's got to roll resolve against you, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, it doesn't say that it's immune to peril tests, so it does have to roll resolve. So here we go. Oh, hang on a minute. I can. Turn off the whisper. Turn off the whisper now. How did it do? Bog thing. Yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, it's all right.
Alright, hubbed up.
Oh yes. Yay!
Yes, come on.
Right.
1.
Yeah, you got room to spare. You could tap dance for 1 action point and then carry on. What do you want to do?
Amazing. I have 3 move.
Woohoo.
1, 2, 3.
That's because you're still limping with the injury.
Yeah.
Fuck. You haven't got many days to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I expect a little bit longer to go. And then I suppose I'll test out the new composite bow.
So you're nice. That's well within range. It's within short range there. Yeah, so we're going to do a ranged attack and shoot it.
Oh, come on, and that would have been amazing.
Oh my god.
God.
Oh,
Bloating as well.
Well,
Can't you,
you know, there's some FP
Some
running
pennies
around.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, let's use a thing to re-roll that.
A thing to re-roll, right you are.
Yep.
Do you want me to flip it for you, or you want to flip it?
Yes, please, because World 20 is being slow.
Okay, I will flip it for you. Flip. Hey.
You're much
Hey.
better.
oh yeah.
That's good.
Okay, so that's a successful attack. Now it has got a couple of AP, so you could try and avoid it. If I remember how you defend against ranged bloody weapons.
Must be tough to avoid it from that distance.
So coordination to dodge.
It is.
He's got action points.
He has got action points because he spent 1 to move, and then that's all he did. So he'll have a go at a coordination test. And then has it got any properties that I have to take into account? It's not fast, is it? No. Ooh. Okay, so you let loose with your composite bow. Your aim is true, and what you actually find is that you strike. You do actually strike the creature, but at a point where its vegetation is relatively thin, and it just sort of like goes all the way through it, and sort of like smacks into the, smacks somewhere into the bank, sort of like following. As it sort of like just marginally shifts itself at the same time as you shoot. So that's 1 AP spent, 2 AP spent, you've got 1 to spare.
That would be 2 because it has the load property.
That's 2 to reload. If you wanted to load up another one, it costs you 2 AP to load up another arrow.
I got you. Alright,
Not
I'll
far.
stay there for a minute.
You're going to stay there and hold an AP in reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie, and I'm just going to make a note that this boy here has spent 2 AP. He's got 1 left. It is at this point that the creature that the bog thing was stalking. So I'm just going to move you a little bit because you virtually stood right on top of him. Emerges and tries to bite you, Jabir. So this giant alligator comes out of the water and just attempts to grab you in its jaws.
Shit.
Gator, not us.
Alright, go for it.
So,
The interested land that time forgot.
basically, yeah. Okay, it's going to use its snap jaw attack, which is devastating, strangling, and vicious. Blah, 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 blah. No other penalties, I don't think. Which is a success. Now you see why I put in the rules the qualities, because I was trying to find out what these various things do. So devastating means that if he inflicts an injury with you, it will be grievous. Vicious means, as we know, I think, that when he injures you, he gets an extra d6 chaos dice. So that's great, I'm sure. If he hits you with this weapon, you have to resist using toughness, or he gets a chokehold on you. So, how are you going to defend? You did keep that AP. You can attempt to block this attack with your shield, or just sort of try and bat it away with your trident.
Yeah, let's do a parry.
You get +10 with your shield.
Parry. I could do that. Yeah, how do I roll with the shield again?
Just remember you got a +10. We'll take it into account. Add a +10 to. I think you can. I think you just roll parry, and we'll just remember it's a +10.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright, that's
Nice.
fucking brilliant there.
Nice, yeah. So it sort of like comes in, and it's about to sort of like grab you in its massive jaws, but you just sort of like sweep down with your arm of multiple bucklers, and that's what it chews on instead. And then sort of like it doesn't like the taste of buckler so much, and it's stuck on your arm a little bit, and then drops off. So it did a 1-point attack. It's got another AP. I didn't state multiple attacks, so it's just going to hold on to its other 2 AP, because I don't want to generate an opportunity attack. So it's just use 1. And that's that alligator gone. And then shortly after that, another alligator comes charging out from where it has been laying hidden, and rushes towards Shagbok. It just comes swarming out of the water. Does a hustle, and then attacks you, Shagbok.
Thought Tim might have come and lent a tentacle. Yeah.
No,
Well, he's on
I
his
wouldn't if
way.
I were Tim.
He's on his way, maybe. So you're going to get bitten, Shagbok, unless you do something to defend.
Well, obviously. Parry, I suppose.
That's sensible.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've got a shield, then you get +10 with it.
I think I have got I'm just going to double check. Oh, hang on. Did my buckler get broken before? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, when you got your arm bitten, you mean by?
Yeah.
Don't think so. I think you just have it strapped
You
to
don't
your
think
arm,
so?
don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too tedious
Okay,
to work
so-
out. Let's say it isn't.
Okay, so parry. Plus 10.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So it comes up, and again you just sort of like sweep, you know, the buckler into it. It chews onto the buckler and twists around in the way that alligators do, and then sort of like plops down next to you. Now think about it. It's got another AP. It's
Help
not
me
doing
call for
multiple
Steve
attacks.
Irwin.
Steve Irwin. Steve, are you there, mate? Give us a hand here. Having a trouble with some local critters in the swamp.
Definitely need the lich for him, I think.
Yeah, okay. It's going to spend an AP to do a perilous stunt. It lowers its snout into the muck and the dirt, and then flicks it up and does a dirty trick. Tries to sort of like shower you and your eyes, Shagbok, with mud, so to speak. So I'm in the interesting position of making a crocodile do a guile test. Guile, can anyone help me out by telling me what primary attribute that comes under? Is that will or fellowship?
Guile is fellowship.
Okay, thought so. It's not really the most wily creature. I'll give it a go. It fails. Fuck it. I like the idea of crocodile doing this. I'm gonna flip it and give it another go, even though the chance seems pretty grim. Oh, it's successful. Right. Good boy. Okay, so now you get to resist this trick with awareness. Otherwise, you will be blinded.
Okay.
Yep.
Awareness. And I will do that with scrutinize with, or synergize with.
Something useful.
Yeah.
Scrutinize would do, as in you're paying attention to where it is and noticing. That's fine.
So with like survival, I suppose, or
Well, you could have done scrutinize because
scrutinize. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scrutinize.
you've been keeping your eyes
Okay.
on it. And it's probably quite easy to notice because it's
Right
trying to
there.
kill you. It's right
Are you
there.
rolling?
No, you are.
I'm rolling first. Ah,
I've
no.
already
We
done
can't
this.
see your roll, Steve.
Oh, it's gone with
You
So
can't.
you
whisper.
know.
Apologies, it was a 17 out of 35. If you don't believe me, watch the episode back.
Recording. Okay.
Yeah. I rolled a
Success, though?
failure. Yeah, it's a success. So it's degrees of success on an opposed test. So for Ali Gator, it got so it's the difference 1, 3. That's 2 plus 4. So we got 6 degrees of success. So you've
Okay.
got 4 minus 4 is 0. So what's your awareness
Perception.
bonus? Is it more than
5.
Yep. So yes, you do. Just sort of like shield your eyes and turn your body, and the blood's, the mud splats all over you. Doesn't make any discernible difference because you're generally pretty mucky. But
Yep.
it means that you don't get an eye full of mud, and you're not blinded as a result. And that's 2 action points spent by this creature. 1, 2, done. At this point, it's Bug's turn. Just killed it by mistake. Jabir, what do you want Bug to do? You around, Sam? Otherwise, I'll pass to someone else and he can come back to you.
Sorry, the cat decided to send a lot of stuff flying.
Ah, typical cat. What would you? Speaking of cats, what would you like the dog to do?
Come away from the water's edge, honestly.
It seems pretty
Sensible.
dangerous. There's at least 2 alligators have come out, and there were multiple ripples that Ragrot saw in there before. So Yeah, you might want to move them to safety because that's a bit of a hustle.
He's
by the looks of
gonna-
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna hustle on over to there,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. Can he do like a morale boost type thing?
What a sort of
Leadership test.
cheerful
Yeah.
cheerful barking.
Yeah.
Yeah. How? War cry.
No. But you know,
Do like a husky howl, wolf cry type shit. I don't know.
I think it might
He's
be.
got the action points, hasn't he?
He's got action points. It's not about action points, is it? It's about whether or not a beast could do that
A
kind of thing.
dog can do it. Yeah.
I mean, I'd accept him. Like he could take cover and hide. That's an option.
Can he do assists to other people doing roles?
He could.
It's plausible.
If it's plausible, he can use an AP to assist. Yes, definitely.
Does he need to be near someone for that?
He has to be within a reasonable range of them. Yes. So yeah.
Alright, well, he'll stay here and take cover for the minute.
Oh, so he wants to take cover. Okay, so that is an AP to take cover, and it means that he gains +3 to his damage threshold because he's taking cover sort of like behind that, in amongst the boxes there. So we'll just bear that in mind. If he happens to get attacked, he's got +3 to his
Alrighty.
damage threshold. Yeah. So he's got 1 AP left, held in reserve.
Yep.
Okay, brilliant. Shagbok, do your
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm going to use my ambidextry and bad axe
Sure.
as well. Do you want me to put those in the thing?
Nah, I know what they do.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
both axes.
I'm going to launch myself and do a cold shot. I'm going to also use, I think, another like 2 of my fortune points, I think, to give me the extra, like AP.
You can only do one.
You
for
can only
only
do
one.
one. Yeah.
Okay, so it's so
So
I don't know if I use 1 axe, that's going to be like, I think that's the straight die, isn't it? And then the next one will be -10 or -20 or something.
okay, so let's work it out step by step. If you're doing a cool shot, that's 2 action points.
Great. Yep.
To do that. If you're wanting to do multiple actions, then yeah, you could spend a fortune point to gain another action point, so you've got 2 left after spending 2 for the cool shot. The cool
Yeah.
shot will be at what? Is it I can remember. -10. The next one will be at -20. The last one is at -30, if I remember correctly.
That's for multi-actions. The cold shot has a -10 anyway, doesn't it?
So it's
it's a full shot.
-20 and then
Does-
-20 and then -30. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cold
if you
shot doesn't
just
say it's
roll.
got -10.
You have to look at there's one thing that does say.
Yeah.
It says with an increased difficulty, it's just like one of the other million things.
It does mean
there you
that the
go.
alligator won't be able to defend, so that's the advantage.
Yeah, parry or attack. Yeah.
Well, dodge. You can't attack it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So do your cool shot, and it's at -20.
The cold shot with me battle axe. -20. Go, please. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now,
I'll
as
use-
bad axe, you don't have to use
You've got
anything.
bad
Bad
axe.
axe gives you an auto reroll.
Yep.
Yep.
So bad axe.
Bad axe.
-20. No.
Oh
Use-
man!
Can I use a fortune point on that as well, just to re-roll it again?
You can do for a reroll, absolutely. Now, are you using one from your
No, I use
pool?
one of my own.
Yeah. Okay.
If I can move this that way and this that way, I should do that and then flip it.
No, you don't need to flip it. because you've taken it out of your pool.
Oh, okay. So
It's
it's
a personal
bring me
one.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Come on.
And
Third time
reroll.
lucky.
Third time lucky.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's a hard.
Oh no!
Cool shots are hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
It
So
is.
even though it can't defend against it, and you try and time it, at the moment, the way that the weave of fate, is that you're gonna miss. And there's 3 left
No.
in the pool.
No.
But
I'm going to use one of the ball.
okay.
My last go. Otherwise, I'm just
All right. I'll have that. Thanks.
I'll go, brother, these are your fucking new friends. Friends. Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, hey, look at
go
that.
on.
19.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing you can do about that in terms of defense. So you've got 19 points of damage going there. Now, I think you've still got 2 personal fortune points, so bear that in mind,
Mm-hmm.
because you can use
Those are
those to your advantage
use.
to maybe get an injury.
Turn a 0 into a 6.
You could do that, but let me tell you what the outcome of what you've got so far would do, and then you can make a judgment. So
Go
you've
on.
done 19 points of damage. Its first threshold is 7, so it's through that. So that is it's lightly wounded. Then it goes through the second. That makes it moderately wounded, and it reaches the third. So that alone will seriously wound it. So you could either try and generate more of a wound, or you could just you already got a serious wound out of it, so you can roll 2d6 to see if you can get an injury.
I think I'll use. I'll use one of mine.
Well, roll the 2d6, because if you get 2 6s, you don't need to use anything, do you?
Okay. Oh my
Oh,
god!
fucking go on!
Fucking
Go
hell!
on.
I might.
2 injuries.
Fucking.
hell.
I'm Nostradamus, bloody tonight.
2 serious injuries.
Wow.
You need the serious injury cards now.
Right, let me find you the serious
Go
injury
on.
cards, because they're not up there yet.
Well done.
Bloody hell. Right, so the bottom set of
There you
cards,
go.
if you scroll down a bit, are your serious injury
Yep.
cards, so feel free to lay a couple of those out. Let's see what damage you've done. There you
Okay,
go, there's
first
2.
one
Yeah.
is-
Oh, it's got fractured
Fractured
larynx.
Larynx. You can't
You must
speak.
succeed at a scrutinised test to speak.
Well,
Oh
not
my
much
God.
danger of that as
So
an
if he does a
alligator.
scrutinised test, does that mean he can talk now?
It can make a whatever, and it's got a minus.
Incapacitated.
It's incapacitated.
Fucking go on.
So incapacitated
Hell
means that
yeah.
it can't
Nice.
do anything. So you
Do
you
anything.
describe to me how you incapacitate creature with your axe on your first blow.
Crocodile's got a pretty tough skull. I think I'll just literally knock it out.
You do. And the force of the damage is such that, you know, your axe partially goes through, you know, into its throat as well, the bottom part.
Yeah.
As you
Yeah.
crack it in the skull, and we'd see little animated Tweety birds going around the alligator's head, and its eyes are sort of like spinning, and you know, it is not in any condition to do anything. I shall give it the ninja mask of sleepiness and the snail of proneness.
Okay.
I'm done.
But you've spent 2 AP.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
did spend a fortune point for another action point, so you've got 2 left, theoretically.
Theoretically. But I'd need an action point, or do I just kill it?
It is incapacitated and unable to do anything.
I'm basically I'll just hit it again with my other axe.
Well, I'd advise you not to, because you're wasting action points. It is not going to do anything. So, you know, you could brutally just murderize it if you want, but you could possibly be more effective by, I don't know, moving in and...
Go and helping.
Yeah,
helping Jabir.
you know, there's another alligator over there that's currently trying to bite Jabir's arm off. But...
Yeah. Or you could just keep your fortune point that you spent for another action, and still have one in the bank.
Yep.
That would be your own ones, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. No, I'm going to help Jabir.
All right.
Well, yeah.
It's your choice.
Wait, yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I think that's what Shabok would do. He would fucking run in and go, "Rah!" Fucking. Right. He's in the swing of things.
Yeah, absolutely, because you are a bit of a berserker slayer type, aren't you?
Yeah.
So okay, so you spend an action point to hustle up. You've still got one. Yeah, you can do a second attack on this alligator.
Yeah, so I am only actually using my wood axe on my second one.
Yeah, but you don't take any penalty for offhand because you're ambidextrous.
Yep.
But it is at minus.
But you've still got the multi-action, yeah.
You've got the multi-action penalty, so it's at minus 20.
Yeah, I'm surprised if I get this one. No.
No. Okay.
I'm not going to do anything on that one.
Fair enough. Yeah. So you sort of like swing it out with the other axe, and it sort of like scuffs off the top of the alligator as it's sort of like snapping in a frenzy at both of you.
I call out to my brother. Brother, get in here!
Absolutely. Right. Okay. I would like at this point everybody please to make an awareness roll.
Oh God.
I'm going to synergize my scrutinize to look around.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, I see nothing. My eyes gum shut.
God, that's a crit fail.
I've done that's why I can see stuff.
You're the same height as the rest of us now.
Almost.
Sorry, the alarm's going off from my medication.
Oh, no worries.
Just take your medication then.
You need to just pop off and take a few pills. Go ahead. I'll have one, thank you.
I'll be alright for a few minutes. Awareness and I'll scrutinise. Synergise with scrutinise.
Okay. Scrutinise, synergise, other words that end in eyes.
That's the one.
No, bloody hell. Again.
Wow, crit success.
Wow.
A success from Jabir. My God, that's a rarity.
Nin-
Ragra successful. Yeah. But Shagbok and Utarigna, you are unaware. Utarigna, you're so unaware that it's painful.
I've herp-derped.
Practically. Yeah. Okay.
It's in a butterfly.
Yeah. What looked to be a bit of hedgerow stands up, and it's another one of these bog things, and is attempting to sort of like creep along. But given that it's a moving bush, it fails its stealth test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to do 2 lots of movement. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It comes all the way up to where you are, Ragbert, because it sees you stood there exposed on the stump. This bog thing, for want of a better word. Now I would like you, please, because of the horrific bog stench, to
Resolve?
I'm just checking. These creatures emit a horrific stench, causing 1d10 plus 1 physical peril to those who stand engaged with it. Yeah, make a resolve test.
And I'll scrutinise. No, I won't scrutinise it. I'll synergise it.
Yeah, not with smell.
With
I know.
No, smell. Oh, I can't. Oh, there it is. Right. Yes.
Nice.
You might stink, but I.
You smell even worse. Absolutely. Yes.
You over me.
Yeah. And then that leaves it with. It's got one more to spend. It doesn't do anything else other than sort of like shamble all the way up to you. It has, at this range, wicked sort of like thorns, claws in its vegetably planty sort of like hands. So bloody hard to describe these things. Nevertheless, Utterigna, you're blithely unaware.
Okay, I've seen it now though, right?
I
Right
mean,
up to Ragrat.
it's hard to miss, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so like I'm feeling some deja vu. So these things, although they stink and they've come up, but they haven't attacked any of us yet. The alligators have.
Oh yes.
But these bug guys haven't.
They have not.
No, they
It's got right up to Ragrat and it hasn't attacked Ragrat.
No.
No. And it had an action left as well. It still didn't attack
Yeah, exactly.
me. It just stink me.
Yeah.
But it
And I
lost.
can't reach this alligator without getting in. If I go on the edge there, am I in the water?
You'll be in the
Do I, like,
water.
fall in,
Yeah. No, but it's shallow enough there to stand in.
so I can get there.
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Where the sort of light
what I'll
greeny
do
blue is the shallows.
So what I'll do is I'm gonna scoop up a handful of mud and shit off the floor.
Ooh, dirty tricks.
I'm gonna spend an action point to move next to Jabir.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do the same thing. I'm gonna fling mud in this guy's eyes.
Here's money to your eye.
And I get a thing. Penalise my foe's ability to resist a dirty trick by 10%.
Nice.
So I do guile test, did you say?
I believe it is dirty tricks. Yes, here's a guile
Dirty
test.
trick, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do guile. I'm going to synergize like coordination to make sure I try and get it in his eyes.
Yeah, try and time it.
Yeah,
Nice,
hell yeah, he
look at
can't
that.
resist.
Okay.
A crit
Brilliant.
success, so it doesn't get
So
to
he's
resist.
blind.
So he's blinded
Yeah,
until
he's blind
it's-
until his next turn.
until his next turn. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. So I'm going to give him the. What is the natural icon to use in this situation? The
Bloody eye,
Yes.
because he's blind.
Is that actually an available one? Oh, there. Oh, yes. Thank you. Yes, I'll use that. Lovely. So he's got the bloody eye of blindedness.
And
Marvelous.
then,
yeah.
so I've used one to move. I've used one to, blind him.
Yep.
Now I'm going to use my last one to try to choke him out.
Oh,
Do choke
nice.
hold.
Are you doing the Tarzan, Ron, Eli sort of like
Hell yeah, I am. Hell yeah.
grappling
Johnny
it?
Weissmuller, I
Yeah,
grab the
yeah.
fucking
Mm.
alligator around the throat.
Oh, yeah.
Right in a headlock.
Yeah.
So I make an athletics test. He must resist athletics or be choked.
But he's blinded. What does that mean?
Shit. It's inequalities, no.
Could be
Oh,
five
no, it
attack.
isn't. It's a condition, so.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Another handout coming on.
I feel another. I did actually see that handout earlier today and thought, oh, I won't need that.
Combat conditions. Oh no, it's Flames of Freedom. Never mind.
Yeah, it's in the starter kit. Combat conditions: blinded until his next turn. He can't counterspell, dodge, or parry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but he can still resist.
He can
with an
still resist the
athletics
toe
test.
hold. Yeah. He can still do that.
Right, so I do You must resist athletics or be choked. So I'm going to do an athletics test. I'm going to synergize my toughness because I look so cool wrestling an alligator. Oh yeah.
Do look cool.
I'm trying to word out how
Wait
to
till I
put
draw
this
this
down in
one.
my journal.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Whenever you do.
Brother, what are you doing?
Trying to stop you wasting time. We're supposed to find Tim.
Oh.
Leave these grass things alone.
It's always when you read.
Can't see what he rolled.
No, I haven't rolled it yet because I was reading
Right.
talents and traits and regretting not applying one earlier. But there you go. Mea culpa. I will do this anyway. Here we go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll re-roll.
Okay.
Could I stop
you
you
re-rolling?
re-rolling?
I'm re-rolling. Yeah.
Don't.
Can I-
It's alright, let him.
No,
It's all good.
You could if you
Get the
wanted.
tokens.
You could if you wanted.
Save it.
Save
You
it,
can only
save
do it
it.
once a turn. Save it. Yeah, save it.
Okay.
We want them fortune points back.
Alright, flip it so you can have that one. Honestly, I'm just fighting furniture on Roll20 at the moment. Ew. Right, re-roll. Fuck's sake.
Oh yeah.
That's 1% better. At this
There we go.
rate, I will
First
achieve
time lucky.
success after about 30 billion fortune points. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm going to do another one. I don't want you to strangle me, alligator.
Yeah.
I'll give it one more go. Because it's an alligator. Here we go. I've got a fairly decent chance, I think. 70%. Should be able to succeed in that. Yes.
Okay.
He
So I
resists.
have now. Hang on, not this one. When you resist a chokehold, I
Oh,
get
you're a
free
grappler!
barehanded attack.
Oh, nicely done.
So difficult rating is standard, is it? He's outnumbered by 3, right? So I get plus 10%.
You do, yeah, because he is a bit busy at the moment.
Fine. And he's blind as well.
He is, so he
Whatever that
can't
means again.
parry or defend this attack.
Come on. So other modifier, no. Hell yeah!
Nice.
I gut punch the alligator.
Oh, brilliant. So, you know, I mean, you physically find its neck so wide and sort of like so thick and muscly that you can't really get a proper grip, and the damn thing is spinning around. So then you just sort of like slam a gut punch in.
Get in the nudges.
Okay, sure. Right in the cloaca. You know, it's an alligator after all.
Yeah.
And
Right, awesome.
yeah, it lets out a breath. Now, just as it is, that damage will take it to moderately wounded. 'Cause
Oh
you've-
yeah,
you've-
I'm going to spend one of mine for an extra damage. There's my one. So what have I got that I can turn into a 6? What did I roll? I find it hard to understand. Is that a 4?
yeah, you rolled 4 on the dice, so you could turn that to
Oh,
a
fury
6.
die.
The rest of it is
Yeah.
the BB.
So I turn that 4 to a 6. Makes that 17, and then I
17,
get an extra
another
D6.
D6.
So 17.
18, 19,
21?
21. Okay, so 21
Okay, that'll do me.
will push it into seriously wounded. So
Nice.
Yeah, that'll do. Take that. That's 2d6, right?
yes, 2d6.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna spend. Be silly, but I'm gonna spend one of mine here, boop,
Okay.
and I'm gonna spend one of ours
Right.
to make both of them injuries.
Successes.
Nice. So he's
Make
going to have
both of them 6s. So I get,
2 serious injuries.
Nice.
and
Oh, hang on.
oh, Oh, it's a melee weapon shit. Oh, we're going to do that. But it's a melee weapon, not a bare-handed. Mind, but I still get 2 injuries. I'm glad that I spent the 2 now.
Yeah.
So, serious injuries? 1, 2.
Yep. Skull
Skull
fracture.
fracture. Hell
So
yeah.
He's going to flip to fail all skill tests.
A stress factor.
And stress fracture.
Stretch fracture.
Can't spell
Didn't do his
dodge or
calisthenics and is mildly inconvenienced.
Hell yeah.
So he flips to fail all skill tests, and he can't dodge or parry in perpetuity, above and beyond the blindness, which is already making him in that way for this turn. So, great. Okie dokie. Nice work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's mine done. I say, leave those grass guys alone. Just go and find Tim.
Okay. So you then find that I'm not going to call for an awareness test this time, but immediately rushing out of the water, this third alligator attacks the bog thing. Good news is that it's attacking the bog thing and not one of you. So it goes in.
Does the
snap jaw.
are the alligators affected by the bad smell as well, like we are?
They will
Don't
be.
they care?
They will be. I'll do that in a moment. Thanks for the reminder. That's a nice one.
Can I ask a question as well?
Just to give me a
Is
second.
the alligator now? Yep.
I just want to process this and then I'll take questions. So let's get rid of those. Yes, what were your thoughts?
Does the alligator now become one of my chosen enemy?
Not until you defeat it. After this combat it will be, but not in the middle of the combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not in the middle of combat.
Yeah, but that's a great question. Yes, you definitely will have another chosen enemy. And also if you get into a scrap and defeat any bog things, you'll get another one as well. Okay.
Oh my god, leave them alone, brother.
So the alligator, I'm sorry I accidentally whispered it because I had them set up for stealthy manoeuvres, but it succeeded in its willpower test against the bog thing's stench, so it doesn't take any peril. It then snaps at the bog thing successfully, and the bog thing does have some defensive capacity. It can parry, or it can try to.
Go on.
So as it sort of like launches itself out of the water at the bog thing just sort of like grabs it at arm's length and sort of like holds it back, like a bully to a fat kid. Apologies to people everywhere for the traumatic flashbacks, because I certainly had that people holding me on the head when I was a school kid. But that's exactly what it's doing. It's this alligator sort of like thrashing it around, and then it sort of like chucks it back into the water. Sploosh. The alligator is not going to do another attack. It's going to hold 2 AP. Dupe. God, this is all very. Why did I put so many of these things on here? It didn't seem so many at the time. When I was, I has regrets. I will take an awareness test from everybody right now, for no reason. Nothing to worry about.
Scrutinize to look around.
Yeah, try and locate it visually. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Awareness. Scrutinize. Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is an opposed test. Jabir, you have no idea.
Okay.
We don't have to
So
include you in the
do-
opposed test. So you want to take the difference between the first number and the. Ooh. I'll get the degrees of success from whatever it is stealthing. 1 plus 4, yeah. So if you can beat 5, you'll notice it.
I've got 8 for me.
Okie dokie. Charles, you want to add your perception bonus to. You're taking the first number of 53 away from the first number of 67. So you've got 1 plus your perception bonus, and that's your degrees of success.
7, 8.
Oh,
Nice.
yep. So you're definitely
Yeah.
aware as well. Okay. Jabir is currently, having out-of-body experience. Shagbok, you've got. Oh, you're definitely successful as well. I know your PB is well.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah. 3 is 8. Utterigna, you're also aware. We've established that. Ragrut.
Yeah.
Is Ragrut away? Well, there's yours. There it is. 5. What's your PB,
Ah.
Ragrut?
Oh, gold. Hold on. Where do I find that?
So primary
yeah.
attributes in the main, PB.
6.
6. Okay, so 1 minus 6. 1 from 6 is 5, plus 6 is 11. No, you're well aware. Okay, so all of those who have succeeded that I've just mentioned become aware that a little way off, seemingly outraged by everything that's going on, what you thought was a bush stands up and becomes a bog thing.
Where is?
Hang on.
Anna.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. 1, 2,
Wow.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It gets up to and engages the second alligator, who will have to make a resistance roll against its foul stench. Yes, resisting that will submit. Ooh, and fails. Nice one.
We're not seeing that.
Yeah, sorry,
really?
everything's set up for
Yeah.
whisper because of stealth, but I'll
So
unclick
that's
them.
come through.
Oh, did it?
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Did not.
No, it didn't. No.
No, that's just a D10, right?
Yeah, that's but it. Trust me, it failed. I'll turn off the whisper.
It's alright.
as I
Trust
go.
her.
Well, 7, 8. So the alligator takes 8 peril. Ah, that's over its threshold. Well done, bog thing. Imperils it as it sort of reels back from the almighty stench of the bog thing. Who's going to hold an AP to itself, and then finally, let's see, Tim, nice but dim.
Oh,
Well, he's not that dim, I suppose. Well, I suppose he's a bit dim. Now then, he's got a movement of 7, and he has an ability called... Where is it? Not that. I know he's got this ability. Burrow. Chthonian Dweller, he can burrow at the same movement as he can on foot. Excellent. So he just would feel this rumbling of the swampy ground and see the swamp sort of like jittering. But first of all, he has to herp derp. Oh my god, I have to switch layers and do all kinds of things. Come here, Tim. Herp derp is a resist. Has he got resolve? Yes, he has. I think he flips succeed for these anyway. Yeah. Doesn't herp derp, so he gets his full movement. Right, he moved last time. So he's about there. And then... Yeah. Erupting out of the earth about... I'd say about... Here is Tim. just shoots out the mud, spraying it everywhere. And he bellows.
Wave at him. Hey, Tim.
Oh! Tim.
Brought you some medicine, Tim.
I love it. Okay. So he's herped. Now, because you've met Tim before, I'm going to, and you know that he's an ally, I'm going to rule that you are not going to be provoked by a sanity blasting effect. That's not going to be the same necessarily for everybody else, though. So I'm going to do a sort of, for the sake of brevity, a sort of group resistance for all the creatures of the various classes. That's a fail. Good news. So all the bog things fail, and the alligators all succeed.
Wow.
Wowee.
This is a bit
Can
unfortunate.
we see who's affected by it? Like, do we see change in the bug guys and the alligators? when that
Oh,
happens?
absolutely palpable. I mean, the alligators are certainly unaffected, but the bog things are, are all shaking in sort of like terror, because they are taking terror, which is, hang on a minute, how much was it? 2d10 for fear, so it's 3d10 for terror, right? 3d10 plus 3.
Yeah, it was last time when he shouted at us.
17, 18, 19,
Hell yeah.
20 for all the bog things. Okay. Hang on a minute, let me check my... Hang on a minute. Creature in the marshes. Creature in the marshes. Where's the bog things go? Alright, was a fail. Pardon me, just fumbling my way through a whole series of rolls. So, all the bog things are going to take all that peril. 3d10 plus 3, 17, 18, 19, 20, so they go from 1, 2, they take 3 levels. Holy crap. Yeah. Now, you might think this is a good thing, but, so far none of the bog things have done anything to harm you. 1, 2, 3. They could have become allies. They might still be. But they ain't having a fun time. Then Tim will reach out and attempt to engage with its flailing tentacles up to 9 foes within 9 yards of it. That's an alligator there within 8 yards. That alligator there within 8 yards. And that shagbok is just out of reach. You're bloody lucky by a yard. Because it saw you and was a meat best. But it's grabbing these 2 alligators, or attempting to anyway. Right, come on, Tim. One attack action. Have the reach quality. Yep. Okay. A success. God, have you seen that attack damage?
Wow.
Oh, fucking hell.
It kills the 2 alligators. Straight off. I mean, they're both in a pretty terrible way anyway. But,
Okay. But he doesn't
dead.
attack the bog guys either.
He doesn't attack the bog guys, he just scares the shit out of them.
Yeah.
So that's...
any.
Sorry, you were cutting out there.
Ragrat's going to be very disappointed. He doesn't get to stab anything.
But you can go and make some shoes out of the one that's unconscious.
Yeah, you could go and kill that one. Actually kill it.
I have
Practice.
to.
Mr. Dickens. What the devilly Dickens are you up to? You see this horrific scene unfold before you.
Shall I go and shout at Tim that we've come to heal him?
It's a good idea.
With a view to
Not
just
much else I
providing
can do.
general information. Is that... Yeah, you can do that. Whatever you like.
I suppose I should move a bit closer to them, but not too close.
Yeah, stay at least, I'd say 8 yards, 9 yards away.
Over here, I think.
10 yards to be safe.
Yeah, 10 to be on the safe side. Yeah, okay, so use 1 point to hustle over there, behind that crate, which is sort of rotting.
And I'll shout that the master has sent us to repair his injuries.
Come to heal you!
We have medication for him.
Bought your medicine!
Yes, sorry, on this side.
Okay. You got
By
two.
the bag I have in front of me at the moment.
Wave it at him. Is there anything else you want to do? You've got a couple of AP to spare there.
There's not much I can do, really. The bog things aren't attacking, so
No.
the other alligator's unconscious.
He's incapacitated, the other two are dead. So yeah.
Yeah.
You could just consider inspiring all your colleagues and G them up with a stirring sort of educational speech, you know.
Yeah, I could do that.
So that would be a special action. Inspiring words, you would make a leadership test, and then a number of allies equal to your fellowship bonus will get +1 to their damage and peril thresholds.
So how do I go about doing that?
So you want to do a leadership test, Mr. Dickens. I imagine you as a librarian and an accountant would be a natural leader.
Leadership.
Is a fellowship skill. Oh, you don't have any ranks in it, but
yeah.
it's not flip to fail, so it will be a straight 40% chance, just so as you know. And you can synergize something, so click that button and tell me what you want to synergize.
How about education or something?
Yes, absolutely, yes. You know, an short informational, educational advertisement is issued forth, yeah. Stay at least 10 yards away. How do you get on? Regrettably a failure. Unless you want to re-roll with a fortune token, otherwise you can accept that it's not the most inspiring educational message you've ever done.
I think we'll just
He uses 2 long words, we can't understand him.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
What are you saying? What does that mean?
Yeah, so you know, you try and give an informational broadcast on the dangers of chloroform-based creatures, and you know that Timor is best handled with care, and from about 10 yards away. But it all falls on deaf ears. But you keep an action point for yourself, so you've got one left in case you need it. And then we're on to Ragrut. What would you like to do, Ragrut?
Right, Ragrat is gonna scamper and skip quite happily, giggling to himself, over to this unconscious alligator.
Now, theoretically, you would provoke an opportunity attack from the bog thing, because you didn't say you were withdrawing from it. But to your relief, it doesn't attack you.
I was assuming it wouldn't attack me.
Well, then you assumed correctly.
So I've hustled over there, and then I'm going to stab
the unconscious,
my 29.
Yeah, the incapacitated one. Yeah. So you just need a success.
Okay.
It ain't doing anything.
Oh, it's in combat, isn't it? A little knife.
Yeah. Your shiv or your curly blade.
My stiletto knife.
Nice. Just one stiletto. Give it to me.
What difficulty rating is it as it's lying there unconscious?
Fucking easy. Super easy. What's the easy one you can do?
Trivial is the easiest one.
Trivial. Yeah, it's trivial. It's a nonsense. 'Cause it's huge and it's unconscious and doo-doo-doo. Yeah. It's dead.
And excellent. Because it will also bleed, but because I have a skill at making things bleed, but it's dead anyway. So I'm going to chop off some of its alligator claw things.
Oh, nice. Yeah, good for
Isn't
harvesting.
it infected now as well? Because you're so monkey.
Yeah, you would have theoretically have generated an injury, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to take some of his claws and maybe a few teeth as well.
Oh, nice.
And I'll put them in my pockets and make us with them later.
It also, you observe as you are starting to butcher it, using your skills as a barber surgeon, because there's not much difference between a butcher and a barber surgeon. Notice that it has exceptionally thick alligator hide. That if you were to harvest the alligator hide, tan it, cure it, you know, it would make some really good armour.
Oh.
Okay, stripping its hide off. I have no idea how to tan and cure stuff, though.
Well, maybe somebody back at Black Rock Tower might do.
Yeah. Well, you can also bring back the meat.
It's got plenty of meat. Yeah. Not this one though.
No. Yeah.
I'll eat this one.
Yeah,
Just
a bit of spice for you.
Us too.
Yeah.
Should we light a fire and cook the dead alligators and eat them?
I can light a fire.
Oh,
It's
go
like a
for it.
little magic thing.
Not too close to these bog things, though.
No, we might want to warn them. You
Well,
think they can speak?
Hey, you go away.
yeah, this bog thing.
Tell them.
Who's its turn next, just before Jabea's. You know, looks down at the wreckage of the alligator that's been strangled to death by Tim, and it regains its action points, and it just sort of stands there, sort of like swaying and smelling. Not smelling, not as in sniffing, but just smelling, as exuding a smell, if you catch my drift. Does nothing else, doesn't move. It is still trembling in terror because Timor frightened the shit out of it. At this point, you know, Jabir, is there anything that you would be doing?
Not really. I've been told not to hit these things. So I will take my leave and take a couple steps back.
Alright, yeah. Squidge back into the mud, you know, where you see Ragnarok behind you appears to be gleefully eviscerating and making themselves a handbag.
If I can, I'll drag the alligator with me onto dry land.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, you can just sort of like pick it up by its tail. It's good 13, 14 foot long. This thing, you know, it's a stonking animal, and it was super stealthy, and just sort of lightning fast as well. So pretty freaky. It's got some really nice big long teeth and this wonderful sort of stealthy hide will actually improve one's stealth skill as well as having a good damage threshold modifier. You think if it's well done, you need a good tradecraft skill to get this to work. What do you want to do with Bug as well whilst you're at it?
He's gonna very slowly crawl on over.
On his belly, like dogs do.
Avoiding the bog thing.
Yeah. Marvellous. I mean, I think at this point, I can safely... We can come out of Turnal because there's nothing threatening going on, apart from possibly how Timor responds to Shagbok, the wounder. But at the moment, Timor is just, letting go of the alligator as it's crushed. The bog things are standing there, terrified.
Can I ask Tim, hey, put that one over here? The one that if he's still got hold of it. I want all of those.
Yeah, this one. He brings it up and plops it down. Yeah, well, he sort of flings it in that general direction.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, like that. Like that fire, we'll get them cooking. We have a nice feast. But you bog things, you need to stand back. Someone tell
go
them.
away. Yeah, I'll tell them.
I think
Their way.
Shagbok will put his axes away and kind of wave to Tim. Hey Tim, I've come to make amends. Get a jar from Jabir, grab one. I need to heal you.
Okay. You're going to approach with the unguent.
No, I'm going to see what sort of reaction I get.
I'll go with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Timor flings that alligator where you instructed it. It's multiple eyes, these black orbs, sort of like observe both you, Utaringa, and Shagbok. It also seems to be sending out low, resonant, thrumming noises that actually cause the mud and the swamp water to ripple slightly, like a sort of almost like a subsonic rumble. And you notice, perhaps in response to this or to your suggestions that they should leave you the hell alone, they start backing off. And departing, these bog things. And go and sort of like stand in amongst other bushes and sort of like sit down, and then they just look like bushes. It doesn't move, Timor, although its tentacles are sort of...
Come on, brother.
I'm going to
ululating.
walk around.
I'll go right up to him.
Yeah.
Sorry about my brother.
It dangles one of its wounded tentacles. Now, it has got... It's got a black eye. One of its eyes is, half closed.
Look at the million eyes, find the black one.
Find the black, it's really hard. They got black eyes on black eyes. And, one of its tentacles is severely slashed and is at a funny angle. That's its dislocated shoulder, as well as the slash wounds. Yeah. And
it's not the one that I've got hanging from around my neck underneath my... I haven't got a shirt on, have I? Fuck it, I'll do that.
No, you're bare-chested. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we're on the way over,
I'll put it around my
I'll
back.
say to Shag, fucking put that away. Get him to put it in his pocket or something.
Yeah.
Put that away, quick.
Yeah, I mean, also it smells pretty bad, that stuff. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't do anything to attack you, Shagbok, but, it is giving you the stink eyes from those eyes it has close to you.
Mm-hmm.
Are we assuming that unguent is just like a healing roll at first or whatever?
Yes, you're going to do
Plan.
a healing roll.
Ooh. I don't have healing.
I do have some healing.
I'll assist.
It depends. Like you can do it anyway, can't you? But
Yeah.
I can assist you because I have a level in it.
Hmm.
Oh, it's
Yeah, well,
flip to fail if you
I'll-
don't have it. Never mind. Yeah, never mind.
I can always assist you.
Have you got a rank in it? Because if you haven't, then
No.
you can't.
Oh shit.
Then you can't. You can assist me with something else. I look over at Ragrot cooking the alligator. Ragrot, get over here. Come here. You need to help us heal Tim.
Okay.
Oh, and you're the
I
best
suppose
at it.
Survival would
Don't
come
let
under this.
don't
would
let
it?
Shagbog do it, will you?
Nope. Nope. Afraid
No.
not. Afraid not. No.
What I do-
Uh,
Unguent on his broken tentacle or something.
Absolutely. So you're going to do a healing roll for what?
So we get Shagbog to hold the tentacle.
Yeah,
the
hold it
smelliest.
steady.
Yeah.
So you can do an assist that way and offer up a D10. Perhaps at
D10.
Rigner you could be holding the jars of unguent and scooping it out and handing
Yeah,
it
I'll
Nice.
do that, sure.
out.
Nice, that's good.
Yeah.
well,
And then Ragrut, you are going to make the healing roll. Now this is a serious injury. So I think it's routine, but it might be difficult. I'll just check. Boom.
I think Tim would be wiggling a bit on that. Just
Oh,
hold
it's-
still, Tim.
It's
Nice
a
doing, brother.
standard roll for your healing, please.
Okay, and I'll synergize with scrutinize.
Sure, absolutely. Trying to pay attention to the bits you've got to slather the stuff on and the bits you don't want to slather it on. Oh shit.
Yeah. I'll use a thingy.
A thingy. Don't use your technical language with me.
Not.
Is that your
yeah.
thingy or a pool thingy?
A pull thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, lovely. Oh, nicely done. Okay.
It's yours now.
Alright, success, thank you very much.
There you go. Yeah, Timmy.
Lovely. How many...
Nice and-
Ooh, just let it on. Yes. Yeah. It almost makes a purring noise, but not quite. What's your intelligence bonus, please, Ragrut? I believe. Intellect.
7.
Okay, so it gets 2 steps of healing. And can you roll a D10 for me? D10 plus 1 is how many days of...
D10 plus 1.
Yeah, you set it on the recovery track for its wounds.
Oh
3,
yeah.
4 days, not
No.
bad. Nice.
That's with the +1.
Includes the plus 1.
Oh, does it already? 3? Bloody hell. That is awesome. So good news is you're only going to have to spend 3 days here, really.
Oh,
Bad news is
so we got.
you've got to spend 3 days here, really.
Do we have to do, or does Ragrot have to roll for the other injury, or is this counting as like all the injuries?
I'm counting it for all of it because
Cool. Alright, brilliant.
yeah.
Well, let's set up a camp then.
Yeah.
Fire.
I can do my magic and set up a camp.
You can use your happy helping camper spirit thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to roll
Oh, and useless, that. It sounded useless. Good now, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a petty spell, if I imagine. So you get it's cast at routine, so it's plus 10. Yeah, I think you put down a bowl of porridge or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Routine.
We definitely packed porridge because we thought we were camping over for ages.
He's always got his spell
I
combined
do
or
it?
something. Yeah, go for it.
This would work.
Yay! Hearth's helper. Okay, so you summon force, this helpful spirit. You know, how does I'm intrigued. How does a librarian's assistant, chief librarian, accountant, how does he cast his magical spells? What would we see him do if we were watching him?
sure, actually. I should read up on that.
Just make it up.
He okay. He waves his porridge around
Woo!
and
Yeah,
splats
boy!
it on the floor a little bit.
Like he tempts this creature out from the unseen. You know, maybe we would see this sort of bush move suddenly because it's invisible, and a sort of ripple of sort of bluey black energy, and then you would see the bits of porridge that Charles has scattered around being picked up. It starts cleaning, and then it will do as you instruct and start gathering up dry wood. What do you want it to do?
Well, set up a fire for us for cooking on, and keeping us warm, maybe making some bedding for us.
Oh, absolutely! It sets to it. Yeah.
It could probably de-skin the alligators for us as well.
Oh, it will do that. Yep, absolutely.
And make chops.
Alligator steaks.
Alligator chops.
Yeah.
Steaks, yeah.
Start cooking. So you would just see like a sort of scene from Fantasia, where sticks are gathered, a fire is lit, and then sort of like it disappears for a while, and then it sort of like comes back with things, and it sets up an entire camp and makes it all sort of like comfortable. It retrieves the driest things that it can, and then so you see sort of the alligator's hide being sort of like skinned, and it creates some alligator steaks, and sort of like grabs a frying pan out of Charles's backpack and sort of like plops that down on the fire, and sizzling steaks start to be prepared. And shortly you're able to enjoy a warm fire and some nice tasty meats, rare, medium rare. It starts taking orders how you want your steaks done.
Can we give
There's a lot of meat here, right?
Loads, yeah. I mean, you could
think even after the 3 days, whatever's over,
yeah.
we should take it back for crazy, what's he called, Kellogg?
Oh, Kellogg Ramsay would love
Bring
it.
him some,
Oh,
bring
yeah.
him some.
Ingratiate
yourself with the chef a bit more, and turn him against Ugly.
Lovely. I'm going to suggest we have a quick cup of tea and other things.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then see what you get to after that.
Awesome.
Cool.
What were you saying, Ragrat?
Saying
Yeah.
that Ragrat has become quite fascinated with the tentacles on Tim.
Yeah.
And wants to just hang out with him a bit, and he'll bring him some to meat, see if he wants it, and look him in all of his eyes, and just kind of hang out of fascination, and try and touch his tentacles a bit if he'll let him.
And he accepts the healing unguent. He initially sort of seethes whenever Shagbok is near, but after Shagbok has started to obviously help and not hurt him, he tolerates his presence better and better, and like I said, he almost purrs. If anyone will offer up what the sound effect of a Kraken purring might be.
Yeah, same as a cat.
But
Same family,
Yeah.
Kraken and cats. Made of light liquid.
no, and over the course of the 3 days, he will come out for his twice daily regimen of unguent. He often slips into the water, and seems to enjoy just lurking around. But he will come out and, offer up his injured areas for unguent application, and he over the course of the 3 days becomes more and more friendly towards you, Ragrat, really,
Well, Ragrat will start to tell him his secrets and show him his spiders, stuff like that.
Mm.
Not what The others can't hear, obviously.
Of course. Timur seems fascinated by the multi-legged creatures, as if he, sees that there's a relationship between him as a multi-limbed creature and the spiders the same. And also, he's quite cheeky. He plays practical jokes on you at times. You find that he will, grab your bag when you're not looking and then dangle it behind your head, and then you have to chase around after it. And...
Naughty tentacles!
Yeah.
Okay, on the first day,
what would you like
I'd
to do?
like to ask him if we can get chatty with him. Tim, we need to find some men, either freshly dead or not dead. Is there anywhere near here where there's men? We need someone's spleen while we're out.
Ah, yes, the whole Man-Spleening issue.
I man-spleen the spleen situation to him.
You Uruk-spleen.
Uruk-spleen.
Yeah. Well, in response to that, perhaps after one of the unguent application sessions, Tim sort of slinks into the water and swims over here, and then gesticulates with 3 tentacles.
Alright, I'll make my way over that little dodgy bridge over.
Yeah.
Is he pointing off the map like?
He's saying that way, Master. That way, he's saying.
See? I look at the excuse me, I say to the dog thing right there.
It's just a
Don't mind
bush
me.
right now.
And I look for the tracks, or is this graves right here?
Yes.
What's this?
They are graves.
Oh hell yeah.
You find yourself...
Tim, how many days have these been here?
Well,
Were these here when we came? Well, of course they were.
they've been on the map the whole time. You can make, however, some kind of perception test to scrutinise. Survival would be useful.
I'll
That'd
be
be
with my brother.
Yeah.
2 dead, Master. Beans. 2 dead.
Survival. Synergize my. Oh, hang on a minute.
Survival.
do that. Let's
build
do-
my awareness.
Let's do.
No.
Get out of the way, brother. Back to your unguent. I'll do scrutinise and synergize my survival. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Stand on it, you idiot! I push him off the bloody grave.
Yeah.
Get off it.
I mean, these 2 graves, which you can barely see because you're standing over them, are the oldest ones. But this one, 3rd one here, is it's the newest. The stones are a bit cleaner, and it looks to be not more than you judge it to be the most recent, freshest. So presumably whomever is interred in there is not going to be too rotted. And the Lich did specify he wanted a spleen from a dead man, but not too dead.
Ah.
Yeah, I start just digging up this grave. I just start shoveling dirt out of it.
Let Ragback.
Well, let me find a body first. Give me a moment, for God's sake.
That's too far for my little legs to jump.
I'll wait there then.
Splash, splash. Jabir comes over.
Hey, Tim. Can you use your tentacle to get me over, please?
It just stretches out one tentacle and wraps it around your waist, and then plops you onto the other side.
That was fun.
And
Tim, how far can you throw a little snagger like Ragrat?
it gesticulates in what you presume is some kind of attempt to convey distance with tactical movements.
This far.
Yeah.
Really far. Okay.
And it sort of.
Go on then. I'd turf up all this dirt in the grave till we find a body.
Yeah, you start digging away. We'll just cut past the grim grave digging scene. There is a body in there. It is partially decomposed, but not to the point where it's horrendously decomposed. It's quite clearly a man.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, you're going to need probably heal is the test that you want to use to ascertain the condition and the location of the spleen.
I think he's probably a bit beyond being healed.
Yeah, but the healing skill is a medical type one. That's kind of. But yes, he is dead.
I'll give you an assist, Ragnarok, because I have a
Can
heal.
I help with education?
You can help with education.
You can only have one assist. You can only have one assist.
I'm gonna
I oik the body out and lay it all out for Ragnarok.
Yeah, I think it's okay to have more than one assist as long as it's feasible. So one could be physically helping, and perhaps Charles, you could be helping by pontificating about things you've read in a book on necromancy.
Human
Anatomy, yeah.
Okay, I'll synergy scrutinise too.
Mm-hmm.
And I shall use a thingy. We got some left. We have, haven't we?
There's a few thingies lurking around.
Yeah, we've got some.
There's,
many things on my screen.
tell me about it.
I think while they're doing this, I'm going to go over to one of the alligators and get some teeth to hang around my neck.
There's plenty of really good trophies that you can plunder here.
Right, there we go. There's its spleen! Get my little...
Nice. Very good.
Does he
hang on.
affected, do you think? 'Cause I can't...
31 there. Keep your fortune point, because I was assisting you.
That's true.
I'll
flip it back.
Oh, changed to 31. Okay. Yeah, I'd forgotten that.
Plus also, if you don't mind, Charles, do you want to roll as well? Because you were trying to help, so you never know. You might get. Roll a d10. You might beat a 3 and make it even better. Or you might get a 6 and we'll get a crit. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah. So between you, Ragnarok, you were able to identify the spleen and what else?
Presumably, when I don't infect people.
Only when you inflict an injury when you're with a weapon, but when you're doing this delicate work, you don't know.
Cut it open.
Yep.
I'll delicately, with my little fingers, creep around inside, find the spleen, and very delicately take it out, and then wrap it in a bandage and put it in my pocket.
Put it in this empty unguent jar we've used to.
Yeah.
Okay. Wash it out first, though.
Sure.
Yeah. And then Fireman's lift the rest of the corpse and go and fling it on the fire, and we can have that for dinner.
Yeah. So a couple of things, because you got with the help of Utarigna and Charles, a success, a 31 and a 41. That's what you got. 31 being the best. Several things. The spleen is in the kind of condition that Master Lhachglin required. Dead, but not too dead, not too rotty, and provided you don't, drop it, mangle it, you keep it safe, it will be fine for his purposes, you think? The other thing is that Ragra and Utarigna, you will both need to make toughness resistance rolls because this creature, this dead thing, suffers from a disease called tomb rot.
Ew.
Yes. And you've both...
Okay, what's the roll? Is it toughness, you said?
It is toughness. I'll just check out the...
I'm gonna synergize my.
It's done it as an easy, by the way.
Yeah, what's a good thing to guys for this?
Awareness.
I'm gonna synergize my awareness.
Or some other physical hardiness, or
It's done as easy.
it's easy, yeah.
Yeah.
So both
Yes.
both successful, nice. Okay. Well, the good news is that you have not contracted tomb rot. Because, I mean, Ragrut, you know that tomb rot is an awful affliction that you need something like Wolf's Bane and a never-ending supply of bandages. That this sort of corruptive disease typically sort of is harboured under the filthy fingernails of some creatures. It is pretty horrendous. If you contract tomb rot, then any damage you take cannot be recovered from until you get rid of the disease. But fortunately, both of you have, proven to have sterner constitutions, and are not infected by it. So that's the good news. What did you say you were doing with the body?
Well, I was going to bring it for dinner, but if Ragrut tells me it's got tomb rot, I guess I won't. Does fire get rid of tomb rot, Ragrut?
I don't know. I think we bury it again.
Oh, fine. Shove it back in the hole and bury it again.
Yeah. Chuck it in the grave. Chuck the dirt over it. If he can be bothered, he can put the stones back round it.
No, I can't be bothered.
I mean, it's man. They don't really deserve these highfalutin rituals from your point of view. It's a shame, though, to have lost out on the possibility of even a bit of mature man flesh. It's one of a delicacy for you lot.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, give Gator.
You got a lot of gator.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And I imagine, Charles, you're using Hearth's Helper over the 3 days, are
Yes,
you? I mean,
yeah.
what would you be doing?
Keeping the camp going with my half helper and helping the half helper out.
So
Finds the wood and
yeah.
It's like having a.
keeping the fire going.
So you have it's a 3-day extended swamp-based barbecue holiday.
Did I bring any of my books to read?
I mean, you would have your core personal spell book with you, and you probably would have a couple of books with you
I might do it.
for learning purposes. Yeah.
My of alchemy that I can read round the campfire.
Oh, your book on A to Z of alchemy, did you say? Yeah. And over the course of the 3 days, you start to become aware of, the sort of like the pattern in the swamp. That you start to figure out which of the bushes are these bog creatures. There are still some alligators around, but Tim pretty much just roars at them and they fuck off. So you don't have much of a problem with them. Is there anything else you want to be doing whilst you play nursemaid to Tim the Kraken?
I'll grab some teeth as well as a trophy.
Excellent.
Yeah, but besides taking trophies, I think I'm resting.
You got 3 days. Yes. Sorry. So has your injury or wound gone? That
I'm at 7 of 11 without those 3 days.
So you'll be on 10 of 11 by the time you get back.
Yeah.
It'll have gone.
Nice, it'll be gone.
So
I'm still limping around.
You are, but scrub it off now because it will be gone by the time you get back, and that will be a relief for everybody. But you are, at the moment, you're still limping about, needing to have your splints and bandages changed, and keep your leg elevated. You know, you find actually that Tinmore is quite sympathetic to your injury, and it offers you a small jar of unguent.
Brilliant.
And start smearing it on your injury. I think the other thing is that, you know, on the final evening, Jabir, you know, you're looking up at the stars using your azimuth ability because you know that you're going to have to plot the way back to Sarn Gorrowing, so that you can deliver the spleen and report back to Lhachglin. Would you be so kind as to make... Now, what kind of roll is this? I think I want you to make... I think I'd like you to make a... Yeah, some kind of... Make a resolve test, if you could.
Sorry, the button has just come home. 2 seconds.
No worries, mate. I'll move. Shall I move on to someone else for a second? When you get a chance to make a resolve test. I'll do that. So with your reading, you know, and you, Charles, you know, your I did have it so that last time you'd managed to procure yourself a new book, you know, with some interesting potential new spells in.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So when you get a chance, you can have a leaf through the common spells and the ones in
Common
that
spells.
list. Yeah. I think I've given you a list in handouts of spells, right?
Okay.
If not, then I'll sort it out, but we can work out which one it is that you're attempting to learn.
Okay.
Because that's your choice. We'll do that. So you're probably practicing maybe some of the basic principles of how to cast it. You know, the gestures, and summoning forth the power from beyond the veil into the unseen, where all the chaotic energy comes from. And as you're doing that, Jabir, I'd like you to make a resolve test, please, as you're sort of looking up at the twinkling stars in the sky. Oh, excellent.
Alright, I'm gonna use a...
No,
I'm gonna use a Benny.
No, don't. If you succeed, you want to fail. Believe it or not.
That's weird.
I know it's weird, yeah. But you start to feel a bit odd as you look at the stars, and then you start to find that you're having almost like a waking dream, if that makes sense. And you see this ruptured soil, these deep chasms, these huge teeth-like towers thrusting up from the shattered land, and these massive tooth-like doors open up, and this huge troll with exactly the same tattoo as yourself strolls out from beneath these utterly massive doors that must be 40, 50, maybe 60 feet tall. You can see even some orcs up on top of the battlements with pikes. There is a sort of ash cloud, dark on the horizon. This huge troll with the same patternation as you. It has a baby Bjorn, and there is a tiny little troll clutched to its belly, and it strides out, and it's got one of those long wooden poles with a handkerchief on the back. And cue the theme tune to The Incredible Hulk as it sort of strolls out, and the massive gates are sort of slammed shut, and it starts trudging northwest away from these towers of teeth. And then you come to see Charles desperately trying to cast this spell but failing over and over again because he hasn't quite got the grip on it. And Charles, you would notice that Jabir has a very odd expression on his face, but you'd probably just put it down to gas or herp derping. And that's your final. Anything else anyone wants to be doing over the 3 days? You're caring for Tim?
Probably foraging for food.
Well,
if we're going to be here 3 days,
there you
venture
go.
around, see what we can find.
Yeah, something to supplement the endless alligator steaks.
It's veg.
Bit of veg, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make one of those moving bushes, they smell awful. Be like asparagus.
Same if you want.
Yeah, but if you want to make a survival roll and do a bit of foraging, we can see what you find.
Help.
So if you find a potato, I'll eat that.
Love a chip these days. Yeah.
I'll go with my brother because I know his survival's better than mine. And we probably have been like foraging before together loads.
Yeah.
So I'll do you an assist and use like, I don't know, maybe education of like what we find, what kind of, you know, thing, or folklore, either of them.
Go for it.
I'll do survival awareness then.
Nice.
And I'll do you D10.
Yes,
you
go
need
for
it.
it. Oh, not bad.
Just a strength roll.
Nice.
Excellent. So, sort of like between you, I mean, you largely have to ignore Richard's advice. But you're able to find, plenty of, tasty swamp-based root vegetables. I mean, God knows. That you can harvest and use to supplement your diet of alligator steaks. Provide fennel, something like that.
Potatoes.
Yeah. Sweet potato / potato adjacent vegetables are found.
Nice.
Give them to the hearth's helper.
Yeah.
I wonder, Jabir, does he mention at all his experience, these recollections or visions that he's had? Or does he keep it to himself?
I think he'd keep him to himself for a bit. Just continue thinking over them.
But you find yourself unaccountably moved. To the point where maybe, because Charles is probably the closest to you as he's practicing his spellcraft, would notice that a single tear rolls down Jabir's cheek.
I'd raise an eyebrow at the sight of a troll crying.
Just one big tear trickling down. You know, it's probably wild garlic sets him off. You know.
I think.
Ask him what's going on.
What's going on, Jabir? Charles wants to know.
Just a memory, I suppose. Something from my childhood.
I'll see. I'll go back to my spell casting.
Yeah, it's really tricky, this bit. It seems to want you to sort of like have one finger on your nose and sort of like rub your hand on your head the opposite time and do strange things with your elbows. You're not sure you've got it quite figured out yet, but you keep working on it. What were you about to say, Uterigna? You seem like you have something to say.
I was going to say over this 3 days that we're because we all have to stay around here because of Tim, you know what I mean? So you know, we're kind of forced into like hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
I would have a route through my trappings. I have this bandolier with 3 silver darts. Now I know that's a spell component, but Uterigna doesn't know that. So he's like, I think as we're chatting, I've seen Charles like done some spells, done some magic, you know, practicing spells. I would say to you, like, can you use these? Show you these little 3 silver darts in a bandolier. The silver? I don't know what they're for, except for throwing at people. Can you use them?
Yeah.
Nice. I chuck the bandolier over to you, and you can have a bandolier with 3 silver darts in.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect. 4 spell components for magic missile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
No
I think
problem.
I want to provoke maybe my brother into a bit of a wrestling match.
Hell yeah, because we'd get bored after 3 days of having to spend out.
We've gone
Fuck
off,
yeah.
we've foraged and not had an argument and come back and we're
Yeah.
fucking boss beer around, fucking yeah, there's a fucking wrestling match.
It starts off like shoving each other, just fucking
Yeah.
shoving each other.
Yeah, shoulder barging each
Hell of
other.
your ass, brother. Fucking shoving you and shoving you.
So-
Yeah, and then it just descends into like, you know,
Yeah, good old
just to like
Wrestling
scuffle,
match.
you know what I mean? It probably happens loads of times as well over the 3 days.
yeah.
So we're treated to a series of mud wrestling competitions between the 2 brothers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we play that out or is that just
I'd love to, but given that it's sort of like nearly 20 to midnight, maybe we shall just leave that image there. We'll work out a mud wrestling system to deploy next time. But you know, as the fire sort of like crackles on, you know, you're getting slightly sick of alligator steaks, but you know, you've got a decent sort of like a vegetable accompaniment. Jabir thoughtfully sort of like looking at the stars. Ragrut cuddling up to Timur and his tentacles. He does like to sort of like wrap his tentacles around you, but you find it comforting now. You know, it's quite. Yeah.
I like that. Ragbrat likes that.
And yeah, we'll catch up next time to see. You got a spleen delivery to do.
Hey, spleen in a jar.
nice?
Nice one.
Hope you don't mind that it's got tomb rot. we don't care if it's for colour anyway.
Well,
you might not notice.
He might not.
Yeah.
Just typing out my journal and I've put arsehole in here, right? And it says, it's highlighted it, so I've clicked on it. It says, this language may be offensive to your readers.
Don't know you readers, do they?
Really?
We'd
No.
appreciate it.
Oh, dear.